Welcome to Low Back Love. My name is Adey, and I'll be guiding you through a 10-minute flow focused on the low back, providing relief from pain and increasing spinal flexibility, strength, and fluidity. You won't need any props for this class, but you're always welcome to use blocks or a blanket if you know that you like them for support. Let's begin standing. Bring your feet wider than hip distance apart, hands to the hips, and start rotating your torso around your hips, keeping your hips fairly still. So this is amazing for the low back. I've been practicing this in my daily sadhana practice as a warm-up, and I love it so much. You can close the eyes if it feels good. Beautiful, and then we'll go in the opposite direction. Keeping connected to the breath, inhaling as you come forward, exhaling as you lean back, keeping the shoulders relaxed here. Coming back center, lift the chin up, gaze up, and tuck the chin down towards the chest. Lift the head back up, roll the shoulders up and back a few times. Slowly make your way down onto the mat, coming to a tabletop position. Bring the knees nice and wide and sit back on the heels for child's pose, and then roll forward, arching into cow pose, and then exhale back, child's pose. Inhale, roll forward, arch the spine, exhale, dip back, rolling cat-cows. Inhale forward. Exhale, hips to heels, relax the forehead down. Really warming up the spine. Carry the hands over towards the right. Place the left hand on top of the right. And then reach the right hand back behind you. Just getting a little bit deeper into the stretch before you carry the hands over to the other side. Right hand comes on top of the left. Draw the left arm back behind you, gazing back behind the left shoulder. Bring the hands back center. Roll the spine up one vertebrae at a time, head comes last. Roll the shoulders up and back. Come forward into your tabletop pose, tuck the toes. Send the hips up and back for a bent knee downward facing dog. On your next inhale, lengthen out the legs long and start to walk out your dog, bending into one knee as you extend the opposite leg. Good. Pausing at the center, take a big inhale and exhale, and then inhale to lift up the heels, gaze forward, bend the knees, step to the front of the mat. Inhale to find your halfway lengthen, hands come to shins, flat spine. Exhale, round and release, bend the knees, grab onto opposite elbows, shift the weight forward into the balls of the feet. Let the hands go and clasp the hands back behind the hips, palms touching. And let the arms come away from the hips for a shoulder stretch. Inhale, exhale, release. Roll the spine up, come up to standing, and we'll come into circular ragdoll here. We'll begin by dipping down towards the right side, bending into the right knee, round forward, bending both knees. And then come over towards the left side, bending the left knee and all the way up to center. And keep going just like this, dipping the arm down towards the right, coming center, and then going over towards the left and rolling yourself up. One more time. Great, let's start on the left this time, bending into the left knee, coming center, bending into the right knee, stretching towards the right, and coming up to center. 2 more times on this side. Keep connected to your breath. This is super juicy, so enjoy this stretch as much as possible, breathing nice and deep. Beautiful. Inhale the arms up, palms come to touch. Interlace the hands, palms face up. Step the left foot back, twist over to the right, and mini back bend, gaze up towards the hands. Come up, untwist, step the foot forward, right foot steps back, twist to the left, mini back bend. Lift the torso up, untwist center. Exhale the hands down, come to reverse prayer with the hands, or you can grab opposite elbows if that's more accessible, and then gently forward fold. Once you're down, let go of the hands and step 1 foot back at a time to high plank pose. Lower down, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward facing dog, knees stay lifted, feet are pressing into the mat, belly button to spine. Exhale, downward facing dog. Roll over the toes, bending the knees, breathing here for a few breaths. Down dog is decompressing the spine, creating space between the vertebrae. Beautiful. Lengthen the legs long and reach the left hand towards the right ankle, gazing underneath the right armpit, keeping the hips up and back. Switching sides, right hand reaches for the left ankle. Come back center, drop the knees down. Coming into hero's pose, keep the knees together and separate the feet outside of the hips, sitting the glutes down in between the heels. So use your hands to move the flesh of your calf away from you to create a little bit more space here before coming down onto the elbows. So we're stretching into the quads here, which helps to release the low back. Good. Coming up, sitting on the heels for a closed knee child's pose. Rest the head down on the mat, bring the hands back by the heels. You can always take a wider knee child's pose if it doesn't feel good to keep the knees closer together here. Just honor your body and do what feels best. So gently coming down onto your back, hug the knees in towards the chest and work to flatten out the spine onto the mat. So your spine will never be 100% completely flat. We have a natural curve, but just work to flatten it out as much as possible. Compressing the knees in towards the belly, and then hug the right knee in as you extend the left leg long. And draw that right knee over towards the left as you bring the right arm out to a T and gaze over the right arm for a single leg supine spinal twist. Coming back center. Left knee hugs in towards the chest. Give it a little bit of a compression and squeeze. Bring the knee over towards the right as you gaze over the left arm, enjoying the spinal twist. Coming back center, grabbing onto the outer edges of the feet for happy baby, or you can grab back behind the knees, you can grab onto whatever's accessible here. Alternatively, you can take a single leg happy baby. So starting off with the right knee bent at 90 degrees, and the left leg extended. And then switch sides. Left leg bends, right leg extends. And come back into your full happy baby for a few breaths, rocking your hips from side to side. And releasing the feet down, keeping the soles of the feet onto the mat, heel toeing them out, mat's distance, and letting the knees fall in towards each other. Gently coming up to a comfortable seated position. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to hit the subscribe button. I'd love to hear from you if you'd like to drop a comment below and let me know what you'd like to see next. Namaste.